Yeah, man. Let's get it going. Let's do this on a Thursday. And oh, baby, do we have a lot to get into today. I can't believe they're doing it. That's not clickbait. I really can't believe they're doing it. Twitch Coast Nerd Avengers Assemble. Haha, J-Love, you funny. Wait, what? The chat of abandonment. What? I'm literally you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and abandon Twitch chat right now. Because I don't like how they're talking about how I always abandon them. So see you guys next week. Twitch chat. Anyway. Anyway. You gently pressed like? That's not good enough, bro. You gotta smash that shit. You gotta dunk that shit. Yo, what was that from? We were right about Doom and Wanda. Yeah, we were. Oh, baby. I can't wait to talk about that. I need to get a new, I need to get a Wanda figure. Action figure. Not doll. Literally, the dogs ate one. We had one. We had a Wanda Scarlet Witch. We love the Scarlet Witch in this house. Okay? We love the Scarlet Witch in this house. And by the way, not because she's a good person. Because she isn't. But she's awesome. Okay? So we love the Scarlet Witch over here. We have on... I'm not even kidding you. You guys will think this is super nerdy. But welcome to the fucking show and channel called The Den of Nerds over here for a reason. Okay? So we have on our shelf, we have two kind of like shrines for the characters that we love the most from Marvel. Elisa has like a Scarlet Witch one, and then I have a Tony Stark one. I have a bunch of different Iron Man figures. She has a bunch of Scarlet Witch figures. But the freaking dogs destroyed the Scarlet Witch. They destroyed her. They ate her. Chewed her up, spit her out. So we got to get another Scarlet Witch. But I was going to open the stream today with a Scarlet Witch figure and a Doctor Doom figure, and I was going to make them kiss. Here you go. What the hell is this? What the hell is this, Adam? We literally might already have that. I'll be honest. We might already have that. Thanks, though. Okay, so also, can I tell you guys about something that happened to me this morning that freaked me out, man? A little bit late today, like 3 minutes late. I was also working right up till, like, I just transferred a video to the editor. Okay? And I had something really crazy happen to me today. Where's the parents at in the chat? Because you guys will totally relate to this, okay? So, we go on walks, you know. And we're actually trying to go on more walks. Just better for everybody, right? We want to get... Oh, my God, CC Rider. And I'm definitely not looking at Twitch. But also, same. Okay. So we go on walks. We're walking the dogs. We're trying to go on more walks, right? So we do this thing after every walk. I don't know how exactly it started. Cantina talks Star Wars. Thank you for the subscription with Prime over on Twitch. So I don't know how this tradition started, but like the dogs walk way faster than Liam. He's got little legs. You know, he's just a little guy. So he's often to the house after I am. So we started doing this thing where, like, I'll go put the dogs in the house. And then, yeah, exactly, Justin. And then I come out to the sidewalk, and I run to Liam. And Liam gets all excited, and he goes, da, 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 da. And then he jumps into my arms. And then I turn around, and I sprint to the house. And he's like, oh, you know, because I'm, like, holding him and sprinting and shit, okay? So, today, we're doing our thing. And I tripped. Okay. I tripped and I had a moment where as I'm falling and I'm holding him, right? And we're falling towards the ground. Everything went into slow motion. And maybe if you're a parent, maybe you've had this where everything goes into slow and you think, how do I protect my kid? You know, how do I protect, how do you protect the kid? So got scraped up a little bit. You probably can't see that too good there. The knees are pretty bad. And we even got road rash on the stomach. It was tough. It was tough, man. So like I kind of like turned and tried to like hold him. Oh, it's clean. It's clean. I cleaned it up a while ago. It just still looks that bad. And then boom, it hit the ground. Was like fucked up my knees, fucked up my hand. Oh my god, dude, it was horrible. Yeah, and I'm usually so limber and so agile. You know? Nothing goes over my head. My reflexes are too good. I would catch it. Yeah, that's why you don't sprint when you're holding a baby. Yeah, it's probably a bad move. Probably a bad move. But anyway, he's fine, by the way. So he starts to cry, but not because he's hurt. He starts to cry because we're not doing the sprinting thing anymore. I'm like on the ground like, ah, you know, and he's like, ah, dad, run. And I'm like, ah, right? Holy shit. So, yeah, that took a little bit of the morning. Yeah, that took a little bit of the morning. Yeah, it is wild, though. Dude, like, literally everything went into slow-mo. Like, we started falling, and it was like a Zack Snyder movie. Like, boom. And I'm like, this little fucker, I'm probably gonna break a bone now. And then I, like, turn, and I'm like, you know? It was crazy. What did you trip on? I honestly could not tell you. I could not tell you. I will say, though, it could have been because my ankle's messed up. So I said this the other day. So those of you that are really following closely to the lore probably already know this. But my ankle's kind of jacked up. And then I've been doing cardio with a jacked up ankle because, like, I'm Polish. You know what I mean? It's just what we do. You just kind of, you just grunt and just go through it. And so it could be that my ankle just gave out on me. You know, kind of a bullshit ankle, if I'm being honest. Josh is aging before our eyes. Dude, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. I feel like I'm aging. Okay, so anyway, you might be asking yourselves, what the fuck are we doing here? What are we doing on a Thursday? Well, this has been a very weird week. I don't know if you guys feeling it, but I've been feeling it. It's a weird week, man. And the news has been dropping on odd days. So there was some crazy news that I really wanted to talk about on Tuesday. So we went on Tuesday. I decided to not do a stream in the morning yesterday, but we streamed at night. It was awesome. I really enjoyed that stream. Rob came by. We had some good laughs. It was a good time last night. So thank you for being here. Yeah, we're going to talk about Agatha, man. Austin, we will talk about Agatha. Because, my God, what a cliffhanger. Not necessarily an incredible episode, but an absolutely incredible cliffhanger, for sure. So we'll talk about that. But yesterday, as I took, like, the morning off, there's just so much fucking news coming out, dude. The Penguin news. Wait, no, not Penguin. Sorry. The Lanterns news is great. Man, this Penguin... God damn it. Why am I saying Penguin? You motherfuckers in chat got me on Penguin. This Lantern news is incredible. I'm so excited about the Lanterns, man. Show's gonna be good. DC actually getting their shit together, baby. Hopefully. I want. For hospital bills, glad you were okay. You know what's so funny about that too, Jennifer? Man, I probably shouldn't say this, you know? By the way, chat, don't do as I do. Don't do as I do. Do as I say. Not as I do. Okay? But, so I actually just dropped myself from our insurance because I'm the most expensive thing on our insurance. and I didn't go to the doctor for 14 years. Went to the doctor, did a full blood work, everything, and they were like, yeah, you're good. And then I've just been paying, and I'm like, dude, what do I need insurance for? I'm healthy as an ox. You know? So as I was falling, I was like, I probably should have stayed on that insurance, you know, as I was falling. Anyway, like I said, do as I say, not as I do. Yeah. Anyway, I'm excited to talk about the Lantern news. That's going to be cool, man. That's a good show. I still haven't got to read Absolute Batman yet, but definitely want to. I've heard it's really good. So DC kind of picking up some dubs lately. Ox only lived 15 years. Oh. Oh, shit. Okay. Damn. Well, that's interesting. Josh, we all know you too well to know you didn't take being banned from X easy. From 1 to 10, how badly did you rage? Be honest. I don't... So, I guess what I would say is I don't actually feel super bad about it, like, actively. I'm not, like, actively mad about it. But I will also say that the emails I've had back and forth with Twitter support have kind of devolved into... Why don't you go fuck yourself, you stupid fuckface fucks? So, I mean, I'm obviously not pleased with how all that's going. You know, but I wouldn't say I'm like actively mad about it. It's just like when they remind me how goddamn ridiculous they are, then yeah, I get a little upset. I don't know, man. For now, like, I'm chilling. I don't actually see myself... Like, I'll be honest with you. I think I will get the account back. I'm not really trying to get the account back right now. I'm going to let it just chill for a while, and then I think I'll get the account back. But, yeah, I mean, I think the situation's ridiculous, for sure. But I'm not that mad about it. I'm trying to think of it as like a blessing in disguise. Look, I'm obviously very busy. I don't know if you guys knew this, okay? But I'm very busy, okay? My house smells of rich mahogany. I've got a lot of leather-bound books. I don't know what to say, okay? Life's incredible. Fucking success and opportunity falls from the goddamn sky all around me, okay? And it just keeps me very busy. So it's probably better for me not to be on Twitter, to be honest with you. I mean, I don't... is it worth, like, $30 a month? You know? I don't think so. I don't think it's really worth it, man. I liked Twitter, and I liked being able to shit post and be in conversations and stuff like that. So, like, there's definitely cool aspects to it. I won't say it's, like, all bad. But I do think Twitter is mostly bad, actually. So it's probably okay. No YouTube stream? No, we're on YouTube right now. What you mean? We on YouTube right now. How you like Sparking Zero? Okay, this is going to blow your mind. And don't worry, guys. We will eventually get to the news. But we're just chilling. We're just chilling for a second, okay? I haven't purchased Sparking Zero yet, and I don't know that I will anytime soon. I'm wearing a Dragon Ball shirt, too. Kind of ironic. I didn't plan it that way. Yeah, exactly. I'm thinking about getting it when it's on sale. Look... I don't know how this happened exactly, but I got into Throne and Liberty. Crazy MMO. Korean MMO. and I've been having a blast. So between that and Space Marine 2, I'm still playing a lot of games, and I don't want to just jump to Dragon Ball. I'm very excited for Sparking Zero, but like I find myself, I'm having more fun because I got a couple of my buddies into Throne and Liberty, which I never thought would happen. Because I am that friend in the friend group that's like, hey, here's the new game we're all going to play. And then like 2 weeks later, hey, here's the new game we're all going to play. And then 2 weeks later, hey, here's the new game we're all going to play, right? So I'm that guy in the friend group. And I actually never thought I would actually get them all on Throne and Liberty. But somehow it happened. So I'm not going to fight it. I'm not going to fuck with it. Like, I'm having fun playing Throne and Liberty. So we're just going to keep doing that. It's been cool. Throne and Liberty is like an MMO. It's a lot like, well, people are going to scoff at me saying this, but it's a lot like New World, I think. You know, it's free, but there's microtransactions, although I haven't spent any money yet. I'd actually love to spend money. If somebody knows, like, how do I spend money to become more powerful than my friends? Like, show me how to do that. Because I haven't figured that out. It's not obvious to me how you do that. But yeah. Yeah. Are you guys ready for the new updates considering Spider-Man and Doomsday? Yeah. Yeah, I am. I'm ready. I'm ready to talk about those updates. Can you explain why they thought Doctor Doom was a gimmick? That means they think he is a lie? I have no idea what you're talking about, brother. Also, just want to say, Jennifer, thank you so much for the 20. I know I sort of talked about, you know, the hospital bills because of the insurance thing, but I did just want to say thank you for the support. That's not cheap. 20 bucks. Appreciate you. Thank you. What is the Avengers Doomsday rumor this time? Well, I was going to maybe talk about the DC news for a little bit. And then we could talk about the Marvel news. Or, I don't know. What do you guys think? Is it like, are we just crazy to watch? We need to talk Marvel? Is that what it is? Whoa! I did not see this. The Watcher says, Josh, did you see the sale for Absolute Wonder Woman and Batman are both over 150k orders? Dude, that's a dub. I would normally clap, but I fucked up my hand on the concrete, so I'm going to do a golf clap. Oh, that sounds different. I'm hyped for that, actually. I'm going to be checking out the Absolute line, and I've heard Absolute Batman is incredible. Absolute Wonder Woman. I don't know much about the book, but I love the design, dude. Little berserk action in there. Hell yeah. That's dope. So I'm excited to get into all that. And I think, look, there's obviously, I take some shots at DC. Obviously, I have some kind of a history with James Gunn, which would never have happened if I was banned from Twitter a long time ago, by the way. But yeah, I take shots here and there, and obviously I think there's a lot of issues over at Warner Brothers. If you haven't noticed, they're very dumb over there. But having said that, I love these characters, and one thing you got to say, and I saw a little bit of Grace's live stream yesterday. She was making this point, and I agree with this point. You have to give Gunn credit for the team he has assembled for the Lantern show. It's quite impressive. This seems to have all the right flavor, and I think best of all, it doesn't have any James Gunn flavor. Like, and that's not a shot. Like, I'm actually trying to compliment the man because he needs to get the fuck out of the way and let other people take this stuff tonally over. I don't even think Gunn is right for Superman, but there's still the opportunity for him to make a movie that's kind of an outlier within his filmography because he wants to stay true tonally to what Superman should be. So that's awesome. So this Lantern show, and we're going to pull up an article about it, because I think the guy they just cast is brilliant. That is brilliant casting. And the plot synopsis for it, like the idea of them going to Middle America to solve a murder mystery, is epic as shit. And I feel like it allows them to do lanterns on a smaller budget with a lot of the same fun stuff operating there. So like I'm quite excited. I hope that show's a big hit, man. Like Green Lantern. You know what Green Lantern is? I'm going to be honest with you guys. And this might seem crazy, but I think this is true. Green Lantern now is viewed the way that I think a lot of people used to view, like, Tony Stark. In the sense that, like, I don't think people realize how dope the Lanterns are. I think that was the same thing with Tony Stark. Before the first Iron Man movie, like, Shellhead was not really that cool of a character. Like, definitely, you know, a Hugh Hefner kind of vibes. And I'm not saying Tony wasn't an important character, but, like, I don't think people were like, oh, shit, Iron Man, let's go, you know? And that's the same thing with the Lanterns. Like, the Lanterns are really cool. They've actually done incredible stuff in comics. Great stories. But I think, partially because of Ryan Reynolds and also partially just because Warner Brothers has been unable to crack that, the Lanterns have a bad rep, dude. Like, I bet if I polled even the audience here, even like you guys, if I polled you guys on like how you feel with about the Lanterns, I bet a lot of you would feel like, what the fuck? Like, who gives a shit? You know, et cetera, et cetera. Maybe Guardians is a better example, actually, because Guardians also wasn't really that big of a deal before the movie. What I'm hoping for is that this Lantern show re-establishes the Lanterns for a lot of audience members, you know? And if we can get, like, Lanterns to be cool, like, I'll do anything. I'll fucking bury the hatchet with Gunn. I'll fucking start simping for DC, bro. Like, I would make sacrifices. Okay? I would make sacrifices to put the fucking Lanterns on a pedestal. To have them actually be what they should be from comics. Oh my god, bro. Like, yeah. Yeah. Yes. You would play the skin flute like the fucking jazz flute in Anchorman. What did he say in what did Jack Black say in Tropic Thunder? Yeah. Wait, what? What's the like count at? What the fuck are we doing here? Okay, no, it just refreshed. Okay, thank God. Somebody freaked me out in chat. It should be more, though. We should have like 3, 4, 500,000, 2,000. We should have like 3,000, 4,000 likes. Yeah, man. Can we talk about how the reveal in Agatha was as obvious as the Acolyte? Sure. Sure. Okay, let us now talk. Let's talk Marvel. We'll talk Marvel first, and then we will get into the DC news, okay? Josh, time to make it a DC Marvel Star Wars channel now, brother. Hey, if they can do it, I will do it. Look, I've come to turn... I like the Penguin. I thought episode 3 was really good. I hear episode 4 is going to be really good. Okay. So, I'm excited about Penguin. But Penguin is also not a show that can really do well on YouTube. So, like, here's another thing. The Batman and Penguin are built in a way that, like, there's not a lot of content you can make around them. And I pointed this out after the movie came out, by the way. And I saw, I remember Ryan Airy tweeted about this, and he's like, I don't get it. Like, our Batman videos are not doing really well compared to other things. And I was like, yeah, like, it's because, like, what the fuck are you going to make videos about with Batman?
Like, how many Twitch followers did Riddler lose after he turned on everybody? You know what I mean? Like, what are we doing here? There's no like tapestry of interest. Like, there's nothing to, there's no Easter eggs. There's no it's not like Marvel. Like, I can get a little piece of Marvel news and fit it into this big massive story, talk about the implications for it. So much of fandom is built around that. And like, look, I disagree pretty much. They tease like 3 villains in Penguin deep cuts. So if you go look at the videos about Penguin, you'll see what I'm talking about. Like, there's just not a lot of interest in it. Like, you might be interested in it, but there's not a lot of interest out there within the sort of niche of people that are so into this nerdy shit that they'll come watch a dude like me yap about it, right? That just doesn't exist for DC. And there's multiple reasons why. But they just, I think, number one, they're just not really interested in that. I wonder how Gunn's going to handle that, right? Because Gunn tends to put more of that in his stuff. He's also a big comic book fan, for sure. But we'll see. We'll see how much he adapts from, like, the Marvel formula into the DC formula. I guess what I'm saying is, like, look, I would totally cover DC if there was an audience for it. I've made videos in the past with DC. I've actually had some really big successful videos in DC, but there has to be interest for it, right? So, like, you want to know what's ironic? So, a lot of the DC videos that I made that were successful were actually around Black Adam. Because of the Henry Cavill thing, because of just, I guess, maybe Justice Society or whatever. Like, there was just more interest from DC fans on YouTube about that movie. A lot of the stuff past that, like, there's not really interest in it. You know what I mean? So, we'll see. I'll get shit on, but I enjoyed Peacemaker. I mean, I'm not going to shit on you. But I will shit on Peacemaker, man. What the fuck they doing with that show, man? What the fuck? Yo, I kind of liked Black Adam, to be honest with you. Yeah, it was pretty chill. It was pretty chill. DC just as dead as Star Wars? I mean, it's tough. We'll see. We'll find out which one's more dead. I mean, if Superman pops off, they have full-ass hope, man. You know? Like, not half-ass, full-ass. That's a full... you know? That's a big ass. If they can pull it off. So, I hope they do. I'd love to be able to make videos about Superman, talk about Superman. So, that'd be cool. Okay, anyway, let's talk some Marvel. Let's talk some Marvel, ladies and gentlemen. Any news on the Jessica Drew Spider-Woman film, please, Josh? I don't think so, Mel. I haven't heard anything. I don't know that they're really going to do that. Madam Web might have killed that. You know? Okay, so let's begin by talking about Agatha. First question for the chat. How many of you guys watched Agatha last night? Throw one into the chat. Oh, my goodness. Penguin content on YouTube is doing well, though? No, it isn't. Awesome. Watched it this morning. Agatha looks trash. Agatha's all right, actually. Agatha's not bad. You know, look, I'm going to be honest. Ironically, I didn't actually love last night's episode. So that's kind of like 2 in a row that I didn't love. And, you know, that kind of sucks. Because early Agatha episodes I thought were pretty strong. Really liked the first one. And I kind of had the inverse experience with Penguin, where I was like, man, this episode blows. And then the next episode I was like, oh my God. And then 3 was like really strong. And I was like, yo, okay. So I'm having kind of a weird experience with Agatha so far. But ironically, Agatha did something last night that I think really will create a lot of buzz.
And I think it, like, I could make content about this because it was such a crazy reveal. And, like, there's so much, like, wait, what the fuck kind of energy surrounding it. But essentially, man, a weird situation with Agatha, because you're talking about a 25-minute episode. A 25-minute episode, which is not great. You know, and I've seen people kind of complaining about that. I don't know. Did you guys feel that? Like, when you were watching it, did you feel like, wow, that was short? Or were you like, whoa? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't know how to feel about it, man, because on the one hand, I'm like, yeah, it was short. On the other hand, it was like, I don't mind that it was short because the content was kind of lame, you know, like, and look, other people I'm sure liked it. There were some interesting aspects to it, but ultimately, like let me just be clear. If the ending of last night's episode was an ending to the version of the show that we had been with for the past couple of episodes, I'm good with that. Fuck that noise. Go crazy, go into something else, because the novelty of this shit's wearing off. Like, there's not enough compelling shit with those characters to make me as interested in each one of their resolutions as we move towards the Witch's Road. Like, straight up. That's where I'm at. I'm trying not to be cruel about it, but I'm just telling you, like, shit's not working for me. You know, like, first two good, and then we're like, okay, what are we doing here? Music, what the fuck? Demon with tits, like, what's going on? You know, and it's just, there's nothing there. So I kind of get a sense, and I don't know, this is just speculation. I haven't talked to anybody about this, but I almost get a sense that that was not the original episode 5. And that episode 5 was changed rather drastically. Okay? So, oh my God, guys. Can we just, like, keep it together for just a little bit here? Like, I know it's crazy for somebody to have opinions that are like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but, like, we don't have to go to extremes. Like, I'm not saying the show's, like, I'm not trying to be, like, super negative about the show. I'm expressing how I feel about the show thus far. Okay? Okay. But obviously the ending of last night was insane. So I'm going to spoil it for you if you haven't watched it. I'm going to be real, though. If you haven't watched it, you probably don't care. You know what I mean? Okay. So we have an episode that's like Agatha's trial. Her mom is there as a ghost. You know, she ends up killing the one witch. And yeah, shit goes bad, right? And you kind of explain that it just basically explains that Agatha's not a good person. Okay? So then we get out of the house. We're back on the road. And essentially, the teen, right, this mystery teen, kind of gets pissed. And he's like, Agatha, you suck. You're killing people. And you're just taking people's power? Well, guess what? If that's what being a witch is, then count me out. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not just going to kill people for my own gain. And then Agatha kind of has this, like, moment where she's like, are you sure about that? You're just like your mother. And he didn't like that shit. He did not like that shit. And so he takes over two of the other witches, takes over their mind, has them take Agatha, throw her into a swamp, and then he throws those other witches into the swamp, seemingly killing them all. And it's revealed that he is definitely Wiccan. And he has the crown. He's got all this crazy power. And yeah, it's very impressive. I mean, the scene was shocking. It was truly shocking. And I was like, oh my God. Like, holy shit. That's insane. This dude just flipped hard. And I was impressed with the level of power because they kind of build up these witches, especially Agatha. Like, this is Agatha
getting her power back, or getting some power back, right? And she's just overpowered by this kid with like almost no effort, seemingly. Okay, so a couple of things that are interesting. You got to think about the subtext of this scene, which is why I like it. So, number one, this implies that Agatha has figured out who this kid really is. And what I mean by that is, it's not just that he's Billy, but the car crash from earlier in the season was probably done so that Billy could have a body. Now, this goes into some spoilers, okay? And we don't know for sure that this is still the direction the show is going to take. These are old rumors, but I think with the context and the subtext of last night's episode, I think this is probably the way they're going to go. The teen, the reason Agatha said that to him, and the reason he got so upset, is because he is living in a body that's not his. He took over someone else's body and maybe killed people in order to do that. How did Agatha know, though? I mean, that's an interesting question. Maybe it had to do with her being outside of her own body. Maybe it had to do with her kind of being possessed by the ghost. I'm not really sure. There's a lot of different ways that could happen. But either way, like, that's probably what's going on with Billy. So the reason she says to him, "You're just like your mom," is essentially saying, bro, you talk a good game and you project a lot of morality, but you do fucked up shit and hurt people just like your mother. Which is kind of facts. I'm gonna be honest. Like, if this is the way they're going with the story, then it's absolutely true. Billy's just like Wanda. And I know this, like, it gets people, like, worked up. Like, for some reason, like, there's all these people that want to believe Wanda's this, like, good person. She is absolutely not. And that's okay. That's actually part of what makes her so interesting is, like, bro, like, she's kind of dark. She's kind of twisted. You know what I mean? So I'm fascinated by that. And I thought that was kind of cool. It was cool. It's also interesting because how fucking powerful is this kid? Like, is he already the Demiurge? Is he just Wiccan? I'm not really sure. But either way, I was like, damn, dude, that scene is really cool. I obviously don't think it, like, saves the show. But it at least makes me interested in what they're going to do next with the character, how this will connect to Wanda. Because, like, number one, like, is everybody really dead? Like, I don't think so. But that would mean, like, Billy's going to have to be like, oh, shit, okay, I can't kill them. And then he brings them back. That's really interesting. There's also a lot of rumors about Wanda specifically. And I find this to be fascinating too, right? Because, like, a lot of people, when I did a report, I did a video, I want to say it was like late last week, maybe the week before. And it was about Wanda. And it was based on a scoop that My Time to Shine was talking about. And I was like, dude, I believe this. They have a plan for Wanda. Okay? And some people didn't believe me. Some people were like, dude, what? Like, that's a lot of Wanda shit coming. And I'm like, brother, they figured it out. They know what they're going to do with Wanda. They've been trying to figure it out. I think they knew that Wanda was a really popular character for them. Like, it's kind of like pro wrestling, right? Like, you try to get over with the fans. So you have, like, your baby faces, you try to get over, and then you have heels. Sometimes you'll have a heel that is more over than a face. Okay? And that just happens. Sometimes you'll have a heel that's so over that you have to put them on an arc to become a face. Because that's how popular they are. So, I think Marvel knows that Wanda is over with the fans, meaning, like, people really like Wanda. But I just don't know if they knew, well, do we take her heel? Do we take her face? Like, what are we doing here? I think they figured it out. Okay? And so
In fact, let's just take that into the next bit of conversation here. I have a big video coming out later today. It's going to be talking about Reed Richards and Pedro Pascal and RDJ Dr. Doom. Okay, because there have been some crazy reports. An initial report, fans freaked out about it. Then a basic response from insiders kind of being like, no, it's actually like this, right? So check that out later. Now, I do talk about in that video too, Wanda. Because yesterday, My Time to Shine revealed, I don't have a whiteboard for this, but yeah, we're going to talk about Wanda now. So, according to Shine, Wanda is going to be a major player in Doomsday and in Secret Wars. Okay? And she's going to have a lot of screen time with Robert Downey Jr.'s Doctor Doom. Potentially as RDJ Dr. Doom's lover. Lover. Okay? And again, so let me get your initial response. Let me get your initial response. Liv says, please no. Or his molecule man? Nope. Not exactly. Yeah, give me your response. Please no. Liv, I'm sorry. Buckle up. It's happening. Yeah, Beyonder says, been calling for this since 2021. Children's Crusade incoming. And it fits perfectly with where we're going. Yeah, man. I agree with that. There's a lot. Oh, my God. I'm so excited. Oh! I'm so excited. Yeah, Pepper. Who? Exactly, dude. Okay. Let's get into this, man. Why am I so excited about this? A couple of months ago, maybe a couple of weeks ago, I think it was a couple of months ago at this point, we were watching a video by fake-ass fan Ryan Airy over at Screen Crush. And we were watching his video, and he was talking about Doctor Doom and like all the different ways that Tony Stark could have turned to become Doom, to become a villain, basically. Okay? And I remember watching that video by fake-ass, definitely not a real fan, Ryan Airy. And I kept getting frustrated, man, because I was like, dude, like, what about the fucking magic, dude? What about the magic? Like, we're talking about all the stuff with Tony. Come on, man. Like, it's Dr. fucking Doom. Do you know a goddamn thing about comics? It's magic. The real question is not how Tony Stark became villainous. The real question would be, how does Tony Stark get into magic? I mean, my God, the whole thing in the actual Infinity Saga, which fake-ass, definitely not a real fan, just aggregates and puts out mid-ass content, Ryan Airy, did not acknowledge that Tony, throughout the Infinity Saga, has a skepticism of magic. He actually doesn't like magic. Do you remember in Infinity War his discussions with Doctor Strange? Like, do you remember? Hey, Matt, what's up, brother? Yeah, let him know, because I'm not on Twitter anymore. You got to let him know. Okay. We're teasing over here. Obviously, I have a lot of respect for Ryan Airy, but he is a fake-ass fan. So, the point is, guys, when I watched that video, I was going to go into a whole other thing. We're gonna pump the brakes. We're going to pump the brakes on all that, okay? So, when we watched that video, I was like, dude, no, like, it's magic, bro. So, just from a strict perspective of how would Tony Stark turn to magic, there's an obvious answer for that, and it's Wanda. Wanda's the obvious answer. And there's so many different ways that it could happen. I mean, if you're just talking about a Tony Stark variant, I mean, the example I put into a video, which I made a couple of months ago, was during the events of Age of Ultron, when Wanda Maximoff causes the Vision in Tony Stark
Tony sees a potential version of the future in which he fails and all of his friends are killed. Okay? And that was because of a lot of different aspects of that particular timeline. The Infinity Stones, Thanos coming, destroying everybody, Avengers disassembled. And that's what motivates Stark to create Ultron, to put a suit of armor around the world, all that sort of stuff, okay? And so, in a different universe, if that vision happens, it's a different threat that he sees. And I would say, because, like, if you think about it like this, we know in 838 that they defeat Thanos. How do they defeat Thanos, guys? Anybody? Class? Bueller? How do they defeat Thanos in 838? The book, yeah. Magic. Fucking magic. Okay? So, if it's not Bruce that Tony interacts with after the vision, it's probably Stephen Strange. Okay? And in 838, remember, Doctor Strange's injury happens, 5 years earlier? It was 2016 or 2017 verse 2012, I believe. Meaning, in the branch reality of 838, Stephen Strange enters the fold 5 years before 616. Implying that Stephen entering earlier takes the trajectory of the Avengers, or in this case, the Illuminati, towards magic rather than science. If it's Bruce and Tony, it's science bros. If it's Stephen and Tony, it's magic bros. Okay? And so magic becomes a catalyst in the way that they defeat Thanos. And if that also happens in other universes, it would make sense that Tony would be more accepting of magic from a much earlier period. Yeah. But what about Tony being Doom? It's a good question. Now, let's talk about that. What am I saying? What am I saying? My theory, which is definitely mine, and I came up with it completely on my own, and chat did not help at all, despite what they say. My current theory is that the RDJ Tony Stark that we saw during the Infinity Saga is actually a Victor Von Doom variant that was adopted by Tony Stark, or by Howard Stark, and became Tony Stark. So basically, imagine, in most other universes, RDJ is just Victor. Okay? And maybe Victor looks over at this universe, and he's like, oh, what the hell? In this universe, I get adopted by the Starks? And I go on to become Iron Man? That's crazy. Okay. So that's a current theory that I have. And by the way, nothing that has been released has actually made that theory debunked. Every new bit of information that comes out fits perfectly within that theory. All of it. Okay, so in that scenario, let's talk about in that scenario. Well, that would be Victor just growing up as Victor, okay? And there was this thing we talked about a couple of months ago where Robert Downey Jr. addresses the plan for Doctor Doom for the very first time. Do you remember this? I think it was an article in, it was an interview that he did. It was either in Rolling Stone, maybe Vanity Fair, something like that. Anyway, he talks about how Kevin had this idea and they were like, let's do Victor Von Doom right. There was this like sort of offhanded comment where RDJ said, and I was like, well, what if we, and then Kevin said, let's get Victor Von Doom right. Let's do that first, and then we can do all this other stuff, which I think implies like also still bringing back Tony, but that's neither here nor there. The point is, the Russos have said that they actually want to get Victor Von Doom right. Okay? According to RDJ, that is also top priority for Kevin Feige. Okay? That's part of what makes me think that the only way they could do this is if the RDJ Iron Man is actually a Victor Von Doom. Okay? So then the question would be like, well then, what would happen with a character like that? Well, if they're going to do Victor right, then they're just going to do Victor. Meaning, growing up in Eastern European village, mom is witch, mom has bad spell, her soul captured by Mephisto, dad tries to cure Baron's wife or daughter, fucks it up, and then dies. Victor is almost exiled by the village and then says, yo, I'll be way worse than my mom. I will come back and find all you fuckers and do really dark magic on you. So fuck you. Victor eventually starts learning his mother's magic. Victor then is recruited by the United States and meets Reed Richards in college. Okay, and part of what I was talking about in the video later today is about these reports about Victor and Reed in the Fantastic Four movie. All right. And it seems like right now there's not going to be a lot of screen time between them in the movie. Like maybe none at all. But I still think that they will have been college roommates. And I think at some point in the movie, Victor leaves. Okay. So what we're basically saying is, given the context of everything we know, what would a RDJ Victor growing up in the Fantastic Four universe, what would that be like, and how would he interact with Wanda? Well, I think you would still have Wanda or the Scarlet Witch either in Sokovia or in Latveria. Maybe Sokovia is Latveria now, and that's like where Victor will be, but essentially they would have been around the same time. They would have been there, both dabbling in magic. Okay? So it's possible that they just meet at a young age and then they become lovers. Here's like one of my theories about this that I think would be really cool. Okay? I think, regardless of how we get there, I think Victor will have the Wanda of his universe as like his lover. Like they're gonna fall in love, and then I think his Wanda will be taken from him. Okay? Because Wanda is a faded character. In every copy of the Darkhold, the Scarlet Witch is mentioned. And the Scarlet Witch is destined to either destroy or rule the universe. Okay? So what if the way Victor Von Doom becomes aware of the Game of Worlds or what's going on in the multiverse is somebody comes into his universe and fucking kills Wanda? What that would create is an interesting character moment for the RDJ Doctor Doom when he meets our Wanda. You see? So then he comes into 616 and he sees a variant of his long lost love. And he takes favor on her.
Yeah, maybe a version of Kang comes in and kills her. That could absolutely be the case because there's something going on out there. It could be the Beyonders kill her. Could be 838 kills her. Could be Stephen Strange kills her. Like an evil variant of Stephen Strange, because we know he's dream walking. We've seen a variant of Stephen that lost a universal battle, and now his universe is post-incursion. Yeah, so there's all sorts of multiversal forces out there. TVA, for instance, right? The all-powerful Victor Timely, yeah. I think I will kill Wanda. Something like that. Yeah, so I think that could be something they're cooking. That is something that they could be cooking. Because like we said, I think it was on Tuesday, maybe Monday, you got to understand, like, the Marvel formula is like create a fan servicey thing and then figure out how to make it impactful to the characters. Do you know what I mean? So I think Wanda and Doom together, because here's another thing that's so wild. Okay? Like, I'm going to say something else that I think is crazy. I think 616 Wanda would fucks with Doom. I think she would swipe right. Yep. Yep. Yeah. The age gap is wild. Who gives a shit about that? It's fictional characters, man. We're having fun. Not if she has her kids. Well, maybe the kids are exactly why she would do it. I mean, let's just ask a couple questions. Let's just have fun with this. Let's just play around with this idea, okay? Do you think that RDJ Doctor Doom will be charismatic? Or not? Do you think he's going to have some charisma? Oh, you don't think so, Kendall? Well, then, man, they wasted that money. They wasted that money. That's some Todd Phillips shit there. What if we did the opposite of what people want? Yeah, okay, look. I think he's going to have crazy Riz, dude. I mean, Doctor Doom is already the Riz master in some ways. And RDJ is also just so goddamn charming. He's so goddamn charming. Holy shit. He's so charming. So, I mean, number one, I think he's going to have the Riz. So much Riz, my wife not seeing that movie. Damn! So I think he's going to have the Riz. Number two, you think he's going to have, I don't know, maybe a little bit of power? Maybe a little bit of power? He's got the Riz. He's got the power. What does Wanda want? What does Wanda want? I guess another way to say it is like this. This is how I feel about it. I feel like nobody likes Wanda. Okay? You go around Westview and they've got like graffiti, right? I mean, do you think the Avengers? Do you think America Chavez? Do you think all the sorcerers that she annihilated? Do you think the fucking 838 universe? Vision? I don't even think Vision fucks with her anymore, man. Nobody got time for this bitch. Nobody got time for it. I mean, I love her. I like her. But I'm just saying, like, this is a person who has never been able to really find their place in the world. I mean, she's the catalyst for civil war. She kills all those people trying to help them, of course, but she kills all those people in the UN. All the Wakandans. You think the Wakandans like her? Man, I'd love to see what Wakandan Twitter looks like talking about the Scarlet Witch, you know what I mean? So, I don't think anybody really likes her. And part of the reason they don't like her is because she's fucking powerful, dude. Fucking powerful. Now, let's talk about the comics for a second. I'm going to take you for a ride. Did you guys know they got married in the comics? Did you know that? Did you hear about that? You know about this? And why did they get married in the comics? Well, after House of M, after Wanda does Wanda shit, she wants to undo all the shit she did. She wants to bring back to life, especially the Avengers. Because I think, didn't she kill Hawkeye? I forget exactly who she killed. But she wants to bring them back to life. She wants to undo all the bad shit she did. And she goes to Doom. And at first, everybody was like, oh, Doom's got to be mind controller. Doom's got to be doing... No, she went to Victor and she told Victor to wipe her mind. She goes to Victor because she knows Victor can help her get what she wants. Together, these two incredibly powerful magic users could actually tap into the Enigma Force, to the Light Force, and then undo all the shit she did. That's what she wants. Okay, so now let's go back to the MCU. We didn't exactly get a House of M, but I mean, kind of, right? I mean, in Multiverse of Madness, Wanda's popping off, killing a whole bunch of sorcerers, killing people. I mean, popping Reed Richards' head like a fucking balloon. Yeah, man, she's got a huge body count. Okay? If she indeed is coming back, and we think she is, her kids trying to find her in the Witch's Road, they, you know, all this evidence of multiple Wanda projects, she's coming back, right? She'll probably have an insane level of guilt, and she will want to change reality. She will want to undo all of the shit that she did and have her children as well. That's what she wants. Victor wants the cake. Victor will have the power to give her what she wants. You see? So I wouldn't be surprised if our Wanda, 616 Wanda, flips. Will there be an angle of love on his part? Oh, I think he will love her. I mean, if it's going the way I think it's going, he'll love. Okay, so we talked about this before, right? But do you guys ever watch that show on Apple TV, which, by the way, is getting folded into Amazon Prime now, and that's great because people will actually probably watch it now. What was the multiversal show that I brought up with Uncle Owen? Damn, man, what was that show? It was so good. Anyway, in that show, Dark Matter. No, it's not Dark Matter. Was it Dark Matter? Is that what it's called? Really? Maybe. That's it? Really? Okay. For some reason, that doesn't seem right. But yeah, I guess it was called Dark Matter. Anyway, point is, in that show, they do this really good thing, or rather, this theme is expressed really cool, where the main character is trying to get back to his wife. Okay? And he keeps trying to get back to his wife, but he keeps finding different universes, variants of his wife. But each and every time, even though it's not exactly his wife, he obviously still has strong emotional feelings when he sees her. Okay? She has strong emotional feelings when she sees him. They're not the same people per se, but they have those same feelings. And that's powerful. That show really dives into multiverse stuff from a character perspective, and it's brilliant. Okay? So, the question would be, will he love her? If they're doing what I think they're doing, absolutely. He will love her. And court her. So yeah, I mean, look, I think that's like a super cool, like, dude, they're cooking with gas, man. They're cooking with gas. There's so much just like story oomph that they could do there. And the other thing is, I think Wanda will have to flip back. And maybe it would even be Tom Holland Spider-Man that convinces her to flip on Doom. Because, like, that's going to have to happen. Okay? And there's also this sort of element of what they could do with Wanda in the Mutant Saga. Because there's a way for Wanda to arc through these movies, Doomsday and Secret Wars, and arrive at like a really interesting place for the Mutant Saga itself. You know? So, they got something here. I think it's brilliant. And also, just like from a strictly business perspective, this is really smart. I mean, Marvel's been trying to make certain female characters work. Again, we talk about the pro wrestling thing, right? They've been trying to get certain characters over, like Miss Marvel. Bro, they've tried everything they can to get Miss Marvel over with the fans. I think the hardcore fans love Amon and think she's great, but they didn't really show up for her show or her movie, right? So it's like a little bit of a disconnect where it's like, we support her, but are we really so into it that we're going to show up and actually like watch the shit? I don't know. Maybe even the same thing with Kate Bishop. I don't know the full numbers on that, but Kate has not been able to go over, right? Brie Larson definitely hasn't been able to go over. They should have flipped her heel a while ago, in my opinion. But yeah, like, Captain Marvel, not working. Dude, pick your female character. Fucking Gaia, like, definitely not. So what I'm saying is there's been a lot of attempt from Marvel Studios to get female characters over with the fans, and it just hasn't worked. You might not love Multiverse Madness, but a bunch of you fuckers saw it. It almost made $1 billion without China. So, you know, that's there. And I think they know that Wanda is actually one of their strongest female characters. Like, people really like Wanda. I really like Wanda. Like, I unironically like that character a lot. Again, I kind of get in an argument with people that think she's, like, needs to be this hero, or she should be, you know, having this purity test, or she's actually misunderstood, or they fucked her up in Multiverse Madness. I disagree with all of that. I think she's crazy and powerful. And I think that's really, like, it's interesting. It's compelling. The conflict surrounds her. You know? So I like the character. I think it's awesome. And I think a lot of females like the Wanda character. Dude, Like, let's just ask, if you are a female fan, do you like Wanda? Throw a 1 into the chat, man. So I think, this is a good way for Marvel Studios to get some really fun male and female dynamics with characters that I think people already like in what will end up being some of the biggest movies in history. The merchandising is crazy. You know what I mean? Like RDJ Doom and Wanda together. I mean, talk about a power couple. Do you guys remember when we were getting into Mandalorian season 3? And there were all these rumors that like Bo-Katan was going to take over the show. And then there were a lot of people that thought, you know what would be cool if they ruled together? Do you remember? Do you remember? I'll take it a step further. I'm going to get real weird with it. Do you want to know the biggest mistake the sequel trilogy made? It wasn't killing Luke Skywalker. Although that was also a pretty big mistake. It was the fact that Rey did not take Kylo's hand. And I know, Reylo, weird. The Reylo community, extremely weird. But you can't deny that that is compelling. It would have been so much more compelling to have those two together in the third film. It would have been so interesting. Do you know why they didn't do it? Do you know why they did not do that? Optics. They started to see some backlash. They started to have some things brought to their attention. They thought it would make Rey look lesser than. That's why they didn't do it. So, like, dude, Marvel should do it. Fuck optics, make it interesting. Absolutely. Make it interesting. Make it compelling. Make it nuanced. Make it have subtext. Like, that's the move. So I personally think this is a home run idea. And I also think, considering magic and doom and sorcery and witches, this could be great. This could be great. So I'm quite excited. Let me catch up on a couple chats. Let's talk about this for a second with you guys in the chat. And then we'll move on to some DC news. Okay. Okay, Austin, welcome back, brother. Did you see the Agatha episode? For show, man. We give it 2 more weeks before you're back on X. Should I? Should I go back on X? I mean, I've tried shit posting on Instagram. It's just not the same. Infinite Multiverse says, since you came up with the Diablo theory, blah, can we get Epic Josh? Let's go. I don't know what that means. What do you mean, bro? But yeah, no, I am the best. I'm really good at this. And, look, you know what it is? It's that the realm of story all comes from the same place. And if you're tapped into that frequency, it just makes sense. Like, you start to, it almost like, it's like music. Like, you can't go and play like I mean, jazz, technically, yes, but even jazz works off scales and stuff like that. You go in there, you start banging instruments around. You're not making music. The relationship between the notes existed before we discovered it.
Now, I'm trying to not to get too crazy woo-woo on you here, right? But that relationship exists. The frequency, the relationship existed before we discovered it. And then we discovered it, and we learned how to use it to play music. That's like what storytelling is. You know? So basically, everybody that's selling stories is tapping into the same dimensional plane. And you don't need DMT to get there. You know what I mean? Noah says, so when are you making a threads so you can fuck with your favorite person of all time, best buddy James Gunn? Can y'all just kiss? Much love. Should I start getting on threads? How fast do you think he would block me if I started getting on threads? I mean, it could be funny. Could make some content around it. Sounding very Terrence Howard. There are no straight lines, man. You know what I mean? No straight lines. Moose says, another wonderful day of hearing Josh yap away. Nerd Adventures for life. Hey, appreciate you, brother. My man. Austin says with the 10 spot, I think Wanda possessed Billy at the end of 3 episode. When Agatha says, you're just like your mother, I feel like his tone and attitude switched like Wanda snapped him in MOM. The shift is definitely there. I don't think it has anything to do with Wanda other than the fact that, like, he is triggered that she's kind of talking shit on his mom. I think the whole reason he's alive and on the road is to get to his mom. And I think he's been lying. In fact, he may have put the sigil on himself. Just to sort of hide. Bianca! Thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. That's very generous. I appreciate you. Thank you, Bianca. And if you got a membership, you should thank Bianca. Yeah. So I think Billy's been hiding a lot throughout the show. And I think he just let the secret out. So we need more context. We need to see what's going on. But I do not think that, like, Wanda's controlling him. So. Brandon says, Penguin content on YouTube is doing well, though. I don't really think so. Maybe I mean, look, here's the thing. I'm not really paying too close attention to it. Part of what I'm saying is, like, other people have said this, right? So I've seen other people say this about it, one being Grace. Others just kind of like my instincts on the content where I'm like, yeah, no, that's not really going to do it. I'm not following it closely, but I mean, who's doing Penguin videos that are crushing it? You know, or who's crushing it making Penguin videos? If you can point it out, like, I'd be like, damn. I just don't see it. Michael Real says, Agatha content on YouTube is doing well, though. I mean, I don't really think so either. I mean, so here's the thing. I did a video on Agatha, and I think it hit like 60K, which is pretty good, you know, for the size of our channel. But it was about, like, big leaks and spoilers. Other than that, I haven't really covered the show. I could potentially do a video about Wiccan and the reveal, and I think that would get views. But I think as far as, like, a week to week, there's not a lot there to talk about or cover. But I think there's enough in the show to make news that the Marvel audience cares about that then you can make videos about. Yeah. I mean, dude, the discourse around it is great. I think Penguin is doing really well, and I think it'll get a boost after episode 4. Okay, Noah says, hell yeah, Kang was supposed to be in it. Do you want that instead, or do you want Kang, Josh? Clearly, that's what you would have wanted. No! Get that Kang out of my face! Okay, let me explain what Noah's talking about, though, because this is actually pretty interesting, guys. This is even more evidence that Marvel was building a plan for the Scarlet Witch. Okay, so, you ready to go to school? Check this out. In the original version of the Agatha show, it was going to be revealed that the Darkhold and the whole thing about Wanda was written by a Kang variant, maybe a Mortis. So this whole thing with Wanda, this whole, like, her being fated, not fated, fated, this whole thing of her being destined to destroy the universe, the whole idea of her import via the Darkhold was artificially created by Kang. Now, that scene has been cut. That is no longer going to be in the show for obvious reasons, because get that Kang out of my face, you know? One must wonder if part of that will still be in the show. And I wonder if that will connect at all to Rabbam Allah. You know, I'm faded right now. Hey, good for you. But yeah, so that's an interesting thing that Noah brings up. Like, that scene was supposed to be in Agatha. So they've been building something. Like, they were, you know, there's a reason Wanda is in the movie that first mentions incursions. Like, they're obviously cooking. I'm not saying it's all been great, of course, but there was a plan. So it seems like they're still doing a version of that plan with Wanda, and she's going to be a big part of the next two Avengers movies, and I think that's sick, dude. I think that's cool. Chase Floyd says, 42 months. Damn, this might be my longest relationship I've ever had behind my wife. Well, thank you, Chase. Kisses right back at you, man. Appreciate you, man. Thank you. Kendall says that could have even been Kang's way of making sure his ancestor, Victor, lived without becoming Doom and being a threat. Why the timeline was sacred. Yo, I am on the same page with you. I have a slightly different version of that, but I have been thinking about that a lot, okay? There was something Alex Perez said in one of the Q&As that kind of stuck out to me, where he said, if they do what they're trying to do with Doom, it will set him up as an even more sympathetic villain than Thanos. Like, he'll be even more justified. Where, like, Thanos sees that the universe will collapse, and so he's taking action that nobody else has the will to do to try to do what he thinks is necessary. Okay? And so, what if it was... Like, here's kind of what I think could have been happening. What if in a prior version of the cosmos, which we know there was a multiversal war, according to He Who Remains in the TVA, what if at the end of that multiversal war, whoever won or whatever power was in charge decided that in the prime sacred universe, they would make Dr. Doom a hero, right? Meaning, like, Dr. Doom being adopted by the Starks and becoming Iron Man was not an act of fate, but it was done purposely by somebody. You know what I mean? And maybe that is deeply flawed, and that'll be something that Doom hates, and it could be a big reason as to why he's so motivated to undo the sacred timeline and to create his own. I think there could be something there, man. I think there definitely could be something there. The Exodus says, what if 838 Wanda and the boys were Doom's family and Strange destroyed them all by creating an incursion? Yeah, something like that could be happening for sure. I mean, yeah, I think a lot of us are, like, understanding why these ideas are interesting, and that's great. And I really think they have something here, and they're cooking. So I'm excited. I'm very excited to see how this all plays out. Kybersit says, do you think RDJ Doom would sympathize with Wanda and be like, no, we are getting your children, no matter the cost? Oh, yeah, no. I think Doom would understand reality and fate taking something from you. And I think Doom will want to have the power to just forge the like future that he wants. And I think Wanda is also of that same mind. You know? Where Wanda's like, yeah, I'm just going to create, I'm just going to get what I want. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Kendall says, Wanda replaces Molecule Man in the recreation of the panel where Strange, Doom, and MMM creates Battleworld. Yeah, totally. Wanda absorbs Beyonder's powers like in WandaVision. Could be. I mean, that's a really cool possibility. Yeah, man. I mean, there's a lot of cool ways that could go. I mean, isn't that interesting? Like, there's so much that we're thinking about with this already. That's, I think, how you know it's a good idea. You know? Kyber said, thanks again for the gifted. Aaliyah says, your theory is correct about RDJ as Doom, yet Tony in 616. Will the MCU explain why he wasn't attracted to Wanda? If not, your theories, why he wasn't? Oh, just different scenarios. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, there's all sorts of ways they could do it. One way they could do it is like, maybe that was done on purpose. Because if you think about it, Wanda and Tony have interactions for sure, and Tony ends up thinking she's too dangerous. And he is kind of right, you know? There's a lot of ways this could go. And it's possible, too, that if, like, so let's say it was like Kang or like the Beyonder, right? And let's say the Beyonder creates the universe, right? And then at some point, a Victor Von Doom steals his power and kicks the shit out of him. And so the Beyonder's like, bro, we're not doing this shit again. Take Victor, make him Tony Stark. That way he stays away from magic. Keep this motherfucker away from magic. Maybe that's the whole point. Was they didn't want that to happen. I don't know. There's a lot of ways that it could go, you know? A lot of ways. Mike says, the most important thing to me in Agatha's show is I think Joe Locke is perfect for Billy. Everything else is an interesting bonus. Much love. Yeah, I think he's all right for Wiccan. I like his performance a lot more when he goes dark. I don't love the zesty, bubbly sidekick guy. I like dark Wiccan. Like, even in the first episode, dude, like, that was cool. So I think Joe Locke could do it. Yeah. He's cool. Austin says the plan after Quantum Mania was to always pivot away from Kang. He just wasn't popping. Yep. Yeah, that's true. That is facts. Okay, let's get into some DC talk. Let me find the article about the Lanterns. Oh, sorry, it's just singing, guys, you know? You know how I always like to sing and stuff, and I've been told that I'm the songbird of my generation.
and that my voice is like a mix between Fergie and Jesus. Oh, what the hell? Okay, let's check this out, man. Oh, I'm kind of excited, chat. Oh, I'm kind of excited. So this came out there. By the way, did Shine have this first? I haven't been able to pay as close attention because I got banned off the Twitters. But I'm pretty sure Shine had this, and then the trades dropped it. Or is it the other way around? I'm not really sure. Either way, this came out yesterday. James Gunn confirmed it. The Hollywood Trades confirmed it. And it says, Lanterns finds its Jon Stewart with Aaron Pierre. Kyle Chandler's already on the call sheet as Green Lantern hero Hal Jordan. Aaron Pierre, the star of Netflix's Rebel Bridge, has nabbed the plum part of Green Lantern, Jon Stewart, in DC Studios and HBO's much ballyhooed series, Lanterns. The casting caps off one of the more scrutinized actor searches in some time. Not only is the show the first major DC endeavor from DC Studios heads James Gunn and Peter Safran, but the role of Stewart carries much significance as the fan-favorite comic book character was one of DC's first black superheroes. And also, I would say, if you watched Justice League Unlimited, which was huge, it was huge back in the day, bro, Jon Stewart was that fucking guy, man. People really like Jon Stewart. Also, too, Trev, if you're still in here, Jon Stewart co-created by Jeff Johns and Ethan Van Sciver. Pretty sure, right? By the way, that's relevant, and I want to talk about that. But let's keep going on the actual news here. The intense casting process was come down to Pierre and Stephen James, who is on the festival circuit with the drama The Piano Lesson, who starred in the 2016 Jesse Owens biopic Race. Both participated in screen tests with the actors squaring off against the already cast Kyle Chandler on Thursday and Friday. That's cool, man. That's cool. No, I thought he invented Jon Stewart. Are you sure about that? Pierre definitely brings heat to the show, as the actor has, over the course of a few months, gone from top of casting lists. His leading turn in Rebel Ridge, which debuted on Netflix in September 6th, was the #1 title worldwide on Netflix for 3 weeks in a row. We watched it. I did not actually finish it. I think that movie's boring as shit, but he's great in it. This dude is compelling. He has that charisma. It's like what we were talking about with the RDJ, man. Some people just got it. Some people just got charisma. You know what I mean? Lanterns is said to have a gritty, true detective vibe and follows Hal Jordan, a legend amongst the space police force known as the Green Lanterns, as he reluctantly mentors Stewart, a younger Green Lantern. The two intergalactic cops get drawn into a dark, Earth-based mystery as they investigate a murder in the American heartland. Holy shit. Now, that, to me, seems incredible. Chandler, a TV veteran thanks to his acclaimed turn in Friday Night Lights and Bloodline, is set to star as Jordan. I think that's a great pick. James House, an established TV helmer who most recently directed a string of episodes of the Gary Oldman spy series Slow Horses, has been tapped to helm the first 2 episodes of the sci-fi cop series. Lanterns has a straight-to-series order at HBO and comes from the high-prestige creators Chris Mundy from Ozark, Damon Lindelof from Lost and Watchmen, and the Eisner Award-winning comic book writer Tom King are executive producing and writing, with Mundy show-running what is planned to be an 8-episode season. Haas has also joined in forces as an executive producer. Writer Dennis O'Neil and artist Neil Adams introduced Stewart. Like I said, in the 70s, it was Neil Adams and it was Denny O'Neil. Obviously, Trev. Holy shit. 12 years after Hal Jordan and the larger Green Lantern Corps mythos arrived on the scene. Pierre is recently seen leading blah, 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 blah. Okay. So, fucking W, bro. Oh, man. This is great. Now, a couple of different things I want to talk about. Number one, as I sort of said at the top of the stream, the Lanterns hold a really special place in my heart. Great comic book stories. One of the most fascinating things that were written at DC. And I thought the Jeff Johns, Ethan Van Sciver stuff was a brilliant run, introducing the emotional spectrum and tying into all that sort of stuff, expanding on the mythos that had happened before. Really good stuff. The Lanterns are really, really cool. They're also really important to DC. So much like the Nova Corps or, just other, entities within Marvel that would become aware of any big multiversal threat, that's like what the Lanterns are. So they're basically the police of the universe, and each one has a different sector, and they have people from native planets come in and be trained as basically space cops, right? And I love the Green Lanterns. Also visually so cool, right? There's all kinds of like weapons and artifacts in comics and just within geekdom. And dude, the Green Lantern ring, maybe one of the coolest out of all of them. Like, the Green Lantern ring can literally make most of the other weapons. Yeah. So you like a lightsaber? Oh, Green Lantern ring could create a lightsaber. Yeah. It's crazy. So the constructs and, the power of the Green Lantern ring, I think it's referred to in DC often as the most powerful weapon in the universe. Crazy. Okay. So I'm very happy that we're getting something Lantern. But also, if you look at the team and you look at the tone, holy shit. Like, this is exactly what I want. They are taking this seriously. Okay. So I think I saw somebody in chat say, why grounded on Earth? Okay. It's a good question. Well, I mean, number one, the obvious answer is budget, right? You would want, or I guess if you had a lower budget, you could do Green Lantern, but you want it to be Earth-based, Earthbound. Okay? That's number one, budget. Number two, I would say accessibility. Maybe one of the problems with the Green Lantern movie is that it goes real cosmic, real crazy, and real campy with the Green Lantern stuff really fast. And so I think it's so interesting because you think about James Gunn, and in some ways, his sensibilities could be great for Green Lantern. Guardians, that's a kind of like Green Lantern-esque. Suicide Squad, that's kind of like Green Lantern-esque. Like, he could do that on a big scale and probably hit a lot of the right notes. But I don't know how accessible it would be, and that would basically turn the Lanterns into just a copy of the Guardians or a copy of this or whatever, right? So I think it's pretty brilliant to make it Earth-based and make it what will essentially be a sort of almost like a 80s Ebony and Ivory reluctant team-up cop mystery that I think will have some Western vibes. I mean, they're bringing in some people. I think they're going to have some Western vibes. Middle America, make it really dark. So I think that tone, although maybe not what you'd think of as a comic book fan for the Lanterns, I think will help a lot of normies like accept the Lanterns. Like, does that make sense? Like, it's a more palatable way to introduce really cosmic level stuff. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's probably the two reasons that they do that. And I love the tonal decision. Like, you could do some really cool stuff with that on Earth. And, maybe it's like, okay, well, why would they investigate something that's on Earth? Well, it's pretty obvious. It would be connected
to something super cosmic. Right? So either Parallax or a yellow lantern ring or a guardian of the universe or a black lantern ring, Oblivion, like there's all sorts of things that could manifest themselves in a mystery that's earthbound. What else is in Middle America? Like Kansas, the Kents, Metropolis, tornadoes, Glen Powell, Jason Prime, Tiamat Island. No, not Tiamat Island. But you see what I'm saying? Like, dude, I'm telling you, they got some fucking ingredients. They're cooking over there, man. I'll tell you. Jesus, Dr. Cole. Jesus Christ. So, I really like that. Now let's talk about the creative. Oh, man, look, you got to give credit to James Gunn. And I know it's going to sting for some of you. Not me. But for some of you, got to give this man credit. The team that is assembled here, chef's kiss, dude. I think Damon Lindelof is brilliant. I will forever be interested in what his version of the Ray movie would have been. Because Lindelof is bold. Okay? That Watchmen show, it started off, and I was so fucking mad. I was so mad initially. And Lindelof did this thing, which honestly is probably not the best. It's not the best advised thing to do, but he did this thing where he used fan anger to then cause the reveal to be really interesting later on in the show. I don't want to give it away, but I thought the Watchmen show that Lindelof did was fantastic. Not perfect. It had some issues, but I thought it was fantastic. And one of the things I really respected about the show was like, fucking go for it, man. Like, you're doing a sequel to Watchmen, go for it. Go big and bold. Like, let me just say this. This is the way to say it. Out of all the complaints we've been hearing recently about Captain America Brave New World, it seems like that's the antithesis of a Damon Lindelof project. Meaning, if Captain America is just like way too safe, way too boring, and it feels like they took the teeth completely out of it, Lindelof is like this teeth-filled monster. Like, he's gonna fucking go for it. And I love that. Now, he is not actually the showrunner. The showrunner is the guy that did Ozark. Bro. Ozark's a good-ass show, man. I haven't finished it. I think I fell off in season 2. But Ozark's good. Right? I haven't seen Slow Horses, but it's getting a lot of buzz. It's blowing up. So I'd expect that guy to be really good. I even think having Tom King in the room is probably smart. I think this whole team is really good. And now let's talk about the casting, because, oh my God, did they just crush it? This Aaron Pierre dude is brilliant, man. Full of charisma. I think he's perfect for Jon Stewart. He is much more like the Jon Stewart from the Justice League cartoons than he is in the strict comic book version. But I think this dude is brilliant. I think he's charismatic. I think he's going to be jacked to the gills, you know, very intense. And Michael Chandler, bruh. I know some people were shit-talking Michael Chandler as the pick. Or wait, what? Am I saying his name wrong? It's Michael Chandler? What's his name? Is that his name? Kyle Chandler. Kyle. People were shit-talking that pick, dude. Saying like, oh, they must not have a budget, blah, 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 blah. Dude, Kyle Chandler is fucking great. He's literally better than all the other picks we heard. Every other pick, I was like, like even Brolin, I was like, Ewan McGregor, what were some of the other ones that were in contention? I'm telling you, every single one of them, I was like, Chris Pine, even Chris Pine, I just don't think he's right for Hal. You know what I mean? Conor McGregor, dude, Conor, he's just not right for Hal Jordan. You know who Conor could play, though, if he wanted to put a red ring on? Who's the guy? Who's the Red Lantern reader? Atrocitus, I think is his name. God, that's such a badass fucking name, too. Atrocitus. God damn it, DC. Put Connor in as Atrocitus, man. Hell yeah. That'd be good. But, yeah, great picks, man. Kyle Chandler is epic as Hal Jordan. Love it. And Jon Stewart, Aaron Pierre, holy shit. Brilliant. So, man, I'm actually pretty excited about this show. And it's, you know, straight to series HBO. It's, you know, it should hopefully have a good budget. I think it's, you know, it's Earthbound, so it's not going to go crazy and cosmic. But I expect, like, I can't wait to see what the constructs look like. You know, like, I want the constructs to be super badass. So that's cool. That is really cool. Oh, what's this? Yeah. Oh, the P.O. box? Uh-oh. Should I open this? Should I even open this from the P.O. box, guys? What the hell? What the hell? Oh, no. I think I know what it is. Oh my God. No. 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 I don't want to show it. Who sent this? Who sent this? It doesn't have a return address on it. Who sent this? Okay, I'll show you. Okay, it's a body pillow. And then the other side. It's my shirtless photo! Damn, had a good pump that day, though. Tell you that. Who sent that? I want names. That's a big sock, indeed. It was Cool Bear? Why I oughta. Why I oughta. I'd smash both sides, to be honest. Hey, yeah, same. Prez says, oh, well, give to the membership. Appreciate you. All right, let me catch up on a couple of chats here. Look, do you guys understand what I'm saying about lanterns?
You know what? I want to go to the poll. Let's go to the poll. Is this YouTuber OnlyFans? Maybe both. We're blending. Okay. I want to go to a poll. How excited are you about lanterns now? Very excited. Kinda excited. Meh. And not excited. Boom. Nice, Ricky. That's cool, man. Yeah, it's good stuff. It's really, really good stuff. Not at all. I won't be excited for anything DC related until I watch it. And that's the thing, too. It's like, dude, Gunn has his work cut out for him. It's not all his fault. But, dude, people just don't fuck with DC like that. Like, they've had a bad couple of decades, if I'm being honest. But they do have some signs of life, man. Like, I like what's going on. I'm excited about the absolute universe. I think Gunn could actually turn this thing around. But, like, dude, it's just so fucking much. And then, like, I see in the press, right? They're trying to, like, really distance Gunn stuff from Joker, too. And, like, to a degree, will that work? Absolutely. But there's a lot of people that consider Joker just more of the same from DC. And that still translates to how they view DC. Like, look, I understand trying to separate. There's so much fucking baggage, dude. Or baggage. There's so much baggage there. Like, dude. It's tough. Harloff says there's an update about Brave and the Bold. Ooh, goody. Did he like just say that, or like what did he say? What did he say? What did he say about it? Yeah, no, I totally understand it. I mean, it's right for him to disown it. I'm just saying that him disowning it does not change the fact that people have a lot of negative feelings about DC and Warner Brothers. And he's going to have to contest with that. And I just don't think he's doing a great job yet. But I mean, winning solves everything, right? So, like, if this Lantern show is fire, you know, if they start picking up some dubs, that's going to be really good for them. So, yeah. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We shall see how it goes. Okay, let me catch up on some chats. Anthony says, how should they tackle Bane in the DCU? CGI like Jug? I'd make him pretty big. Maybe you could do that with practical. Maybe you need CGI, maybe a combo. But yeah, I would make him real big. Wrench City says, so wait, what universe is Billy from? Well, that Billy is the one that Wanda created. I think they're trying to say, like, she actually did create a being, create a soul. Like, I'm not really sure. And then in a lot of other universes, the kids exist and they're happy together. Philip says, Josh, you should hit up the Den of Guns thread in the Discord. Got some good content from gun tubers there. Okay, sick. I will. Thank you. Josh says, so if I shit my pants at work, what should I do? Oops, sorry, wrong chat. Damn. Optimus Prime Rib says, they are investigating the killing off of the Batgirl or shit show Joker 2 by the Warner Brother. That would be sick. That would be sick, dude. Cool Bear says, you're welcome, Josh. First, the cutout pillow, now the pillow. You're going to have a full shin office soon. Wasn't supposed to come till next week, though. Oh, Cool Bear. Thanks so much, man. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate the support. Thanks so much, buddy. Appreciate the support. Thank you. And then Prez, thanks for gifting a membership. Okay. All right, guys. What else is going on, man? What else should we be talking about? Probably going to get out here relatively soon. Ryan Carter says, went to Disney World last month. Half of the Tron Rides gift shop was exclusively Scarlet Witch merch. Yes, she sells a lot of merch, bro. Like I said, people really like the Scarlet Witch. I think that she's more over than a lot of the people, and specifically female characters that they've tried to, you know, build up. Why no stream tomorrow? It's been a really weird week. Normally I don't stream I do stream Thursdays, but usually it's a watch party, which, by the way, we're still going to do. Tonight at 7, let's call it 7:30, we'll be live, and then probably like around 8 we'll start it, and I want to watch Venom 1 tonight because I'm excited for Venom The Last Dance. Yes! I'm still excited about Venom The Last Dance, so we're going to watch Venom tonight. Hell yeah! So basically, I'm taking tomorrow off from streaming because, dude, I have so much I'm working on. I'm working on a lot of stuff, and this has been just a really weird week. Like, I streamed Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Thursday night. That's weird. You know, that's weird. Don't get banned from Twitch. Well, we wouldn't get banned from Twitch. We would get a strike from Twitch because most companies or platforms have like an actual system to like tell people, hey, don't do this. Here's like a thing. And if you do it again, issues will arise. Like, it is the most arcane thing ever to insta-permit ban with no real way to like submit an appeal or get in touch with people or anything like that. Like, that, nobody does that. Literally nobody, no platform does that. Do you have any strikes on Twitch? Nope. Nope. All right, let's look at this poll. Hey, that's actually pretty good, I think, considering where DC is at. 33% say very excited, 36% say kind of excited, and then you got 20% say meh, and 11% not excited. So like 70-30, 70-30, not bad. Yeah, not bad. Yeah. Bow, bow. Bow, bow. Flash animated project before live action? What does that mean? Is that a scoop? Somebody scooping it? What does that even mean? Venom The Last Dance has 2 post-credit scenes? Yo, chat. How hyped up are we on Venom The Last Dance, baby? Let's go! I'm excited about Venom because of the possible later appearances of Noel. Maybe, unless Hardy becomes the king. No, it's going to be Noel, and it's played by Andy Serkis, man. Andy Serkis. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that crazy? Wow. 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 Damn, bro. DC and Star Wars fans are literally just like Cowboys fans, like crazy. One little win and we're acting like they're cooking. What? What the hell? Why so negative? My fiance was like, I'll take you to see Joker this weekend since you passed your midterm. And I said, no, thank you. Yeah. well, that's a polite way to say it, yeah. Twitch rules are spurgy AF, far beyond any logical TOS. I mean, they definitely do a lot of weird stuff on Twitch, but they actually care about the people trying to make content on the platform. You know, I would say, especially with the new, what's the new CEO's name? Dan, right? I think Twitch has made a lot of positive changes under his leadership. But yeah, I mean, of course, like Twitch does a whole bunch of weird stuff. Look, all these platforms do weird stuff. YouTube isn't perfect. YouTube does a lot of stuff that sucks. But YouTube takes care of me way better than a lot of other platforms. You know what I mean? What do you think of the new KSI song? I haven't really listened to it other than clips, but I mean, it's probably trash, right? I mean, like, I've never thought KSI was talented at music. I almost feel like that's part of the fun. Is like, I almost feel like he's putting this music out because he knows he's not good at music, and then he knows that it'll become a thing and get memed on and all that. Like, he can't actually think he's good at making music. That's crazy. I'm just shocked that Twitch claims to care about copyright, that yet they look the other way. On the other hand, studios don't seem to that assertive about it on Twitch. Yeah, of course, yeah. Yo, Josh, when is the diamond stream? I need my metaphysical alien fix with my nerd homies. I don't want to do one tomorrow because, again, dude, I'm trying to catch up on crazy work. There's like a lot of stuff I'm working on. So, not tomorrow. Maybe next week, though. Yeah, maybe we'll do it next week. Or we could wait till the end of the month and do like a Halloween-themed one. Ooh, that could be fun. Yeah. I mean, we could do it, technically, we could do it that Friday, which would technically be the 1st of November, but it'd still be like, you know, Halloween-themed. That could be fun. Ooh. Where's the evidence that DC cares, man? I'll sit on this hill alone. I mean, did you not hear anything I said about the Lantern show? You know, I was reporting, I was broadcasting, I was trying to explain why it seems like they do care and why this is actually a really good team, and there's a lot of stuff that's good here and we're excited about it, and that's cool. Blade watch party for Halloween? Ooh, well, that could be fun. We're going to go trick-or-treating, though. So we're going to go around trick-or-treating. We have a family-themed costume. Mm-hmm. Axid! What's up, brother? Thanks for 44 months. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Blade for Halloween? Yeah, it'd be fun. Might have to do it a little bit later, though. What's what do you do, like 6 to 8 for trick-or-treating? What are the fam's costume? You're going to have to wait and see. Josh, can you make it clap one time real quick for us? What? What? Spider-Man so we can see the bulge? What? Holy shit, y'all are wild. Can we calm down in chat? What is it about getting into a chat that makes people just become completely degenerate? Because it happens to me too. I mean, I get it, man. I go into a chat and I instantly become a degenerate. What is it? What is it about the chat, man? What happens, man, when you get in there? It's so fun. It is pretty fun, huh? Sorry, dude, you just looking luscious today? Really? I feel like I look like shit today. I didn't sleep at all. How bad is Hurricane Milton? I'm from Australia, and all we've heard is complete chaos. I mean, I gotta be honest, I don't know. It seems like it was pretty bad. Bold behind the keyboard? No ass shake, no super chat. I don't make the rules. Oh, Jesus. It got downgraded to a category 2. Well, that's good. Isn't that good? That's good news. That seems good. Doesn't that seem good? Oh, wow. That's cool, man. My wife and I are going as Wolverine and Ladypool, and my boys are going as Hulk and Spider-Man. That's sick, dude. That is awesome. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Aaliyah, see? We got it all worked out. You're good, girl. You good. When DC finally drops something, and we don't want to walk out of the theater disappointed, then I'll start to believe. Heard that. Heard that, bro. Do you think we'll see Hydra Cap? Yeah, I do. I do. Till then, this all sounds good, but so did the Acolyte trailers. Damn! Damn, Justin! Well, we're going to find out together. I mean, look, if Superman sucks, I'll be the first one to come out and clown on James Gunn. You know what I mean? I'll be like, well, I guess we might as well start talking about the next version of the DCU because this shit is Jover. You know? Do I want that to happen? I'm conflicted. I mean, the petty Josh does want that to happen. But the DC fan Josh does not want that to happen. By God, it's time these characters get the respect they deserve. By God, it's time DC enters the pop culture zeitgeist. It's incredible. Come on, man. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my Marvel, but I like to be able to talk about other shit too. You know? So. Yo, how about this? I'll do a thing. I'll do a thing for you guys. Okay? I'll make a promise right here, and you guys can hold me to account. Okay? If Gunn's Superman movie is the greatest Superman movie I've ever seen, and I will be able to be objective about it. If it is the greatest Superman movie I've ever seen, I will make my hair and beard white, and I will cosplay as James Gunn and do a whole stream where I basically just talk about how good the movie is and how James Gunn is awesome. I'll even spike my hair. Yep. I'll even spike my hair. If it's I call in and get to talk nothing but shit. Deal. Deal. Superman doesn't sell like Batman. 400, 500 million max. Ooh. No, they need it. They need it to hit 6 or 7 at least, dude. It needs to hit what Batman hit. It needs to hit that 7, I think. Josh, you the man. Thanks for making my lunch break fun. Love to all the Nerd Vengers. Hope Elisa is feeling well. Nerd Vengers for life. Nudity. Yeah, we're doing good over here, man. We're doing good. I mean, there's like little things here and there. Like, obviously, I had to like, you know, I took a tumble today. I mean, look at my fucking hand, dude. Shit got fucked up. And my knees are bad, bro. I scraped up my belly, too. But you know what? Good thing I had a little extra down there, you know? You low-key could pull off a James Gunn cosplay? Absolutely. Of course. Yeah, the toddler's fine, actually. I destroyed my body to make sure that he's okay. So, he's good. the hype for Superman will sell it? I hope so. I hope so. I mean, that first trailer is going to be very important. So far, I just don't think they've done a great job. I mean, I thought the first reveal was terrible. I just think he's fucking it up so far. But there's some good word. There's some good buzz on... There's good buzz on the movie. I saw Rob Liefeld talking about it. I saw Big Screen Leaks talking about it. There's a lot of positive buzz around the movie. It's hard to say, though, because a lot of it's internal. Like, DC's very high on their own farts. Could those farts be great? Sure. Could those farts be stinky? Yeah. So, we'll see. We'll see what they turn in. And then we'll give a score. Are people still shitting on the costume? I don't think people like the costume. And I thought the first review, first impressions are so important. And that first reveal was terrible. Some of the photos I've seen actually made me like the suit a little bit more. Where I was like, oh, okay. Like, dude, particularly the one where he's like holding the train bag. The real question is, does it have Tom Cruise's approval? Who gives a shit? Didn't he come out and... Is this a recording? Absolutely. It's a recording. I'm not live. Didn't he come out and be like, dude, The Flash is incredible? Man, people really wanted The Flash to work out, huh? By the way, did you guys hear this thing that when it comes to Joker, Zaslav only accepted one other investor? So because the first movie was so successful, Zaslav's like, we'll front most of the money because we don't want to share the profit. So hilariously now they're eating all the shit. Like, Warner Brothers lost a lot of money on Joker 2. That's crazy. This Zaslav guy, man, like, what's their stock price at? I mean, that is just... Yeah. Crazy, huh? All right, everybody. Yeti still has a job. Yep, that's true. Let's go Detroit Tigers tonight. Yeah, let's go Detroit. I want to know who their Batman is going to be. Me too, man. I would like to know. So we'll see. Okay, but this has been your emergency stream. Ton of news today. Appreciate you guys. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the support. Like I said, I'm taking tomorrow off. Tomorrow, or rather next week, we're going to be back to normal. Tomorrow, or why do I keep saying tomorrow? It's probably because I haven't slept. Next week, we're going to be back to normal. Dude, I need tomorrow and I need the weekend to catch up on some other work. This includes Unity. I'm actually like doing a lot of work on Unity. I'm very excited about it, but it's eating into my time with YouTube and streaming. I have to handle that. Got a ton of videos, dude. Like, there's so many videos, and I want to like get really nerdy and sweaty about some of these different things. I want to make a full video about like Wanda and Doom and all the theories, man. Like, just I want people to get in there and just, dude, there's gonna be so much fucking sweat. You're gonna get out of that video. You're gonna need to put antiperspirant on. You're gonna need to get a goddamn sweatband. It's gonna be so fucking sweaty in these videos. So I'm excited to do all of that, but it takes time, man. It takes time to sit down and write. And think and formulate ideas. So just bear with me, guys. Just give me one more day off. And next week, we'll be back at it. Regular schedule. Tons of streams, tons of fun. Now, if you want to hang out with us tonight, come on by, man. We'll start a stream on YouTube. We will delete that stream, and we will be over on Twitch. We are watching Venom 1 tonight. And if some other news pops off, if something else happens or whatever, we'll talk about stuff tonight. Okay? So come on by tonight. 7:30 is when we will start tonight. And yeah, just bear with me. No stream tomorrow. And I promise we will be back at it next week. Regular schedule. Tons of content. A lot of fun stuff. A lot of nerd venging to be had. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for being here. And as I always say, I hope you are having an awesome and a nerdy day. And I'll see you in the next video. Eastern time, New York time, New York City time, 7:30. Is everybody gone? Did everybody leave? Another happy landing. Ah, 'twas a good one. What a weird week, though, huh? We're streaming on all the days we don't stream. We're not streaming on the days we stream. What the hell? Don't worry. Everything will work out. I had a dream last night that I was swimming in the ocean with the dolphins. And then I turned into a bird and flew into the sky. And that means good things are coming. Good things are coming. Yeah, man. Make sure to open up your third eye and wash out your stinky butt.